I'm a strong believer in what APC represents, which is around collaborative approach to action in philanthropy. I do believe that there's no point in reinventing the wheel, in trying to do things on your own. I think there's much more value in bringing people together, looking at problems and trying to pool resources. Those may be financials or people, capacity, etc. So I think that's a key reason. The other reason is I am with my family. We're based in Singapore, and although the work of the foundation is mostly focused on Mongolia, we look at Southeast Asia as a place to bring ideas or learn from existing organizations and try to see how we can replicate those or even bring some of these organizations to Mongolia. So APC, as being embedded in Southeast Asia, can provide a lot of access to these new ideas and new organizations. Having been quite lucky in life generally, and feeling that it's in a way a duty or a bit of an obligation to give back. So we started from that, and then with my wife we looked at trying to define a project together as a family, and what we wanted to give our children, and that sort of got us to think about values. So what are the values that we want to represent? And so we came up with, as part of the process, with 3 values: one of learning, one of achievement, and one of integrity. And for each of these, you can look at it from what we want to try to bring to others, and also what we want to get out of it in a way. So learning could be, help people achieve their learning goals and aspiration. But at the same time, for us, this journey of philanthropy is a learning experience. So we're not afraid to make mistakes, and we're here to also try to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and hopefully improve over time. And for achievement, integrity, it's the same thing. So I think that's been driving let's say the big picture behind our philanthropy at a more micro level. I think because of that, we're today focusing mostly on early childhood education and youth employment, which is really areas where I think it's not just in Mongolia, where we spend a lot of our time, but across the world, even in developing countries, there's often an issue around before going into school and then coming out of school, how do you get into the workplace? And those are areas that we see there's a lot of commonality around the world. I think it's, because it's looking at bringing philanthropists together. I think it helps, as part of the learning journey that I was talking about earlier. And also looking at organizations that have been doing it for longer, have been following programs in different parts of the world, different countries. It provides this network effect. I think that's quite helpful. Finally, I think, again, also the way APC tries to bring some of the philanthropists together around particular themes. There's been a couple of programs already, let's say, sponsored or generated by APC, and I think that's great because it really puts to action some of the ideas and learnings that we get all together.